know who your audience is, know what they want to achieve and sell that dream to them.
You know, I want to think about amplifying your tone of voice.
Video is really, really fucking important.
So stay consistent, keep telling your message.
I'm still surviving and thriving, and I'm still cute and pretty and beautiful.
There are some really controversial ways to build your personal brand. Unfortunately, they kind of work. So this goes against every fibre of my being, but Andrew Tate knows how to build a personal brand, controversially to say the least. He knows what he's doing. He essentially has revamped a pyramid scheme to target men who feel insecure and want to get girlfriends, they want to get rich, they want to get ripped. And he's nailed that target audience by, I don't know what the bloody club he's named it, but he knows what he's doing, unfortunately. So if you want to build your personal brand, I don't want to say it, but kind of learn from Andrew Tate. Know who your audience is, know what they want to achieve and sell that dream to them.
Someone's wet themselves a little.
I don't want to talk about it. It's been a bad one. I've got coffee all over my desk.
I wish I recorded you spilling it.
Literally, I've been 26 for a day. I've been hungover, drunk and asleep. That is all.
First thing is, and this seems like the most obvious point, but you've got to know what your tone of voice is. You will be surprised how many of us write content without really recognizing what we want to sound like. How do we want to come across to our readers? So I think first thing is pinpoint what your tone of voice is. And this can be as easy as like a Google search, where you look at, are you authoritative? Are you more candid? Are you humorous and throwing lots of jokes? Pinpoint at least one or two of those. You can do 3 max, and then at least you understand what it is that you're trying to achieve in your written copy. Because if you think about it, written copy is literally just...
Level up.
Written copy is literally a 2D thing. You want to give it some personality. So when you come to posting, now that you've got your tone of voice really clarified, you now want to think about amplifying your tone of voice. It's not the way that you speak in real life. You want to cut through the noise online, and you want to amplify your natural personality into your words. And you can do those 3 different formatting, emojis, throwing in jokes, if that's how you would kind of naturally talk. If it's more of a humorous tone of voice, play around with your copy, have fun with it, and see what works.
So all the working Muslims out there, we know that Ramadan has been a major challenge for us, especially in terms of productivity. I found it a challenge mainly because it was a mental thing and an emotional thing. So what I did to accommodate for my life is that we're so lucky here at Klowt that we work 2 days in office and 3 days at home, which meant that 3 days at home I was able to maximize performance by having like limited interaction with people, whereas in the office it was more of a challenge, but I just kept myself focused. It's helped me be more productive day to day, because in Ramadan you need to plan out your meals. So the same way you do that, I also planned out my work. I was also a bit more flexible as well. So for example, if I needed breaks, I'll take breaks and just work into the evening and just break down my schedule a little bit more so that I can do the more challenging tasks after 8 p.m. when I've had my first cup of tea and my first meal, and just get that done, especially when you're doing reports and things like that. So it's all about being flexible and moving around your timetable to accommodate for you, so that you're hitting your spiritual and personal goals as well as your professional goals. And and tomorrow is Eid, which means we've made it. I've survived, I haven't died. And for the people out there who say, not even water, yeah, not even water, and look at me, I'm still surviving and thriving, and I'm still cute and pretty and beautiful.
Thank you, boss.
Either way.
Oh my lord.
I'm just going to do my little bit to camera here.
Oh.
I'm going to move it a little bit this way so it can look a bit nicer. Let's do a pack
You're
away
so
shot.
nauseating.
If you want a very quick personal branding tip, it is that you should always use video. There is nothing more personal than seeing someone's face, seeing someone's facial expressions. You don't care anymore.
I've decided I don't care.
You decided you don't care.
Sam's really trying here and really failing.
Right, I promise I have a good insight. Right, let's just go for this instead, right? Video is really, really fucking important. If people can see your face, people can see your facial expressions, what you're talking about, you're passionate about the subject, puts you in a position of being more knowledgeable, there's nothing wrong with putting video on your content.
He's my boss, by the way.
There's nothing wrong with putting video on your content, is what I just said.
Is this even good volume? I don't even know. Let me check. Right, you want to talk about champions doing extra? I'm recording this whilst on the way to Manchester from London. 5.5 hour journey, and I'm still contributing to the vlog. So any of you Klowters that are watching that didn't contribute to the vlog, no excuses, alright? So my personal brand is pretty much filled with video. I want to be known for video, I want to be known for presenting. Now, one of the best tips that I can give to effectively use video to develop your personal brand is you need to think about videos like a sandwich, okay? Now, what do I mean by that? You've got the beginning, the middle, and the end. You've got the first slice of bread, you've got the main filling, and then you've got the last slice of bread. You need all three of those things to have a sandwich. Everything else is just a little addition, it's just a little extras. The first slice, what is it? The first slice is how you're going to start the video, how are you going to get them hooked. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, here's how to make £1 million, but it needs to be a clear, obvious first sentence that you're going to say to get the ball rolling in your video. The filling, the main filling, is like the chicken. So what do I mean by that? That needs to be, what's the point of the video? So for example, with this video, it's to give you a tip on how to improve your video content to help you enhance your personal brand. And then the final slice of bread is the final sentence. What are you going to say that you're going to leave the viewer hooked on, and that convinces them that what you're saying is a matter of fact and not just an opinion? Everything else is just an addition. So whatever you say in between those lines, whatever else you add to the sandwich, whether that's butter or whether that's margarine, maybe you add a bit of onion chutney, those are just little additions. As long as you have those three things, those three main components, those three parts of the sandwich, then you're all good. You're gonna have a good video, you're gonna have solid points, and it's gonna come across as if you're an expert in whatever industry or whatever topic you're talking about.
So with personal branding, there's always tips and tricks out there to implement in your posts, whether you want more likes, more engagement, whatever it is. But tips and tricks, algorithms, they all change. What doesn't change is you have an opinion and you wanting to be known for something. So stay consistent, keep telling your message, and just don't change too much.